Tonight it all comes down to this. The penultimate race of the DNQ karting series season, it's the Kinder Performance Group night at Millbridge Speedway. With just one race left after tonight, this is the last chance for drivers to gain the points they need to keep their championship hopes alive before the Hoosier Tire Fall Final. For some, tonight is about survival, holding on to their position in the standings. For others, it's do or die. A strong finish here could mean the difference between heartbreak and a DNQ championship. This season has been a roller coaster full of battles and surprises, and as we enter the final stretch, the stakes have never been higher. This is the 9th race of the season, the final chance to make a move before the championship finale. Who will rise to the occasion? The Kinder Performance Group race night starts now.
I'm down here with last race's winner in the Cup Series, Mike Contarino. Got the win. That was a pretty cool to see, number one, you get the win, and number two, run that short track. So we kind of talked to everybody after the fact in the first race. How was your momentum coming off of that race? Because you do have a very outside shot at possibly winning this championship.
Yeah, the short track was awesome. Kudos to Jeremy and Ashley again. That was an awesome job. Track was fast. We qualified on the pole and got shipped to the back with the invert, but made our way through and ended up winning. But like you said, I got a kind of a shot. I just need Bailey to have a bad finish these next two races.
And we don't drop those next two races, so that's even more important for you guys to have a shot at this championship. So is now really when you're going to attack this whole thing and give it a legitimate shot for it?
Yeah, I need to not screw up and actually race a smart race. I just need to finish in front of him, but even then it doesn't matter. But he just has to have a bad finish for me or Beatty to catch him. I think we're like 60 points behind him, so at the end of the day, I don't think I finished outside the top 5 this year yet, so we'll just keep gunning for that.
So you're saying there's a chance. Mike Contarino, he's got a chance for this Cup Series championship. It's not over yet.
Tonight's event wouldn't be possible without Kinder Performance Group, the backbone of innovation in DNQ racing. From cutting-edge chassis to high-performance tuning, KPG Performance has helped elevate drivers and teams to new levels of competition. Whether it's dominating the track or perfecting setups in the shop, KPG is driving the future of grassroots racing.
I'm down here with the points leader in the Cup Series, Chris Bailey. Chris, we just talked to Mike Contarino, and he said, Chris Bailey's got to have a bad night or two here for me to even have a chance. So how do you feel about your chances for the rest of the year, and hoping you don't screw up because we don't drop these last two races?
Right. Yeah, I feel pretty good about them. It's kind of, we've been developing a new chassis at Phantom, so the first 3 races of the year I rode a recon. Well, since then I've been riding a test piece. So it likes stuff that's a little bit different also. I've been trying to work with it and get it, and we're actually coming out with it here shortly. But yeah, so I feel good about it. The kart's good, just finding what it likes, and I think I've pretty much found close to what it likes, so I think we'll be fine.
What's it like having Phantom as a resource? I know you work there, Harold Wiggins and all those guys over there. It's got to be fun to have your fingerprint on something and develop it for the DNQ stuff and the treaded tires.
Yeah, it is, and this deal has actually helped us a lot because, the other kart racing, the prepping and all that, well, there's things that the prep will mask and you don't see it, and it, because you prep a tire, you can make anything work, Well, we actually did a couple karts, and I come out here and rode them, and they wouldn't work. And it was because you couldn't prep the tire, And so we kind of started backing up and changed directions. And so, like I said, this is a good test bed because if it's good here, it's going to be good for our other customers. So.
Yeah, that's one thing. Mechanical grip's important, right? So you guys are figuring out how to maximize mechanical grip with these karts.
Right. Yeah, because it's translating into the, the prep world too, because you can only get so much prep in a tire. Well, the tires, they just keep making them harder and harder. You got to dope them, but it won't take so much prep, and it's done. So we're actually making go-karts now that bite harder and harder. That way you don't have to, put so much prep in the tire.
That's awesome news. DNQ, always a way to learn, and that's what Phantom's doing through Chris Bailey, who is our points leader at the moment in the Cup Series. 58 points is the margin in the Nowear US Busch Series for Jeremy Murphy, our points leader in the Busch Series. We talked to Chris Bailey. We talked to Mike Contarino, who's second in points in Cup. No more drop races. You have a bad night, it's sticking with you for the next two.
Yeah, hopefully tonight will go a little bit better than the last 4 nights we ran. We've ran better than we finished the last 4, or it should be a lot bigger point lead right now. But hopefully tonight will be nice and smooth. Back to the big track. We've been really strong all year on the big track, so look forward to it.
So how do you feel about, we ran the road course, the Iredell County Fairgrounds, and the short track. How did you, I know that they weren't the best results, and you're glad to be back to the big track, but what did you learn in that stretch of races?
Really, I was actually better than I thought it was going to be. I mean, we was running third when we got taken out of the road course. Iredell, a little struggle. Did qualify well, but got moved around quite a bit. And I really was hoping to get that race in the short track. I loved that thing. That was a fun track. The road course I loved. That's really the second time I ever ran it. And the tracks, I love going to the different ones. Don't care much for the fairgrounds, sorry, but the rest of them I really had fun.
Jeremy Murphy looking to get this championship. Tonight's going to be a pivotal night in that journey to take it home. So we're not dropping any more races here, guys, and you got to get it done here in these next 2 races if you want to win the championship.
Yeah, I mean, some of these races are razor thin, the margins. So Jeremy Murphy's gotten a little bit over Patrick Brody in our Nowear US Busch series. There's less than 100 points to separate the top 3. So one bad move, one guy that shows up with nothing to lose puts you in the fence, and your season is ruined.
Yeah, we'll see how this all plays out tonight here for the KPG night. The SRI poll for the Nowear US Busch series is Carson Dellerhide. We'll start on the poll with Robert Showalter on the outside poll.
Row number 2, Patrick Brady and Andrew Hale.
Row 3, Jeremy Murphy, your points leader, and Tyler Deering in the 24.
The Vampires, Zach Campolonia and Ashton Johnson in the next row.
Jacob Weidman and Tristan Jones.
Andrew Page and Will Monroe making a return back to the series.
Alex LaCanada, the past national champion, with Craig Smith.
Row number 10, Casey Heschel and Kyle Tompkins.
Nowear US, Ben Murphy and Jory Hellbrun.
Zach Smith and Ronnie Osmer in the next row.
Robert Ely.
Here's the information, 375. Drivers are a little bit lighter, running the stock Predator engines. Pretty good competition all year. As look at in-car camera, the Katana in-car camera for Carson Dellerhide.
Wow, look at this track already, boys. It looks like she's slick all the way up to the fence. The KPG Kinder Performance Group in-car, Ashton Johnson. We're getting a good look at the leaders as we come around to the green.
Yeah, Coleman Dollarhide, one of those drivers, would be good for him to get a win. That would put him in the championship hunt at the end of this race, at the end of the season. As we go green, Dollarhide's going to lead them down into 1, and we're back on the big track tonight.
Yeah, Dollarhide in a very familiar place here on the front row as the outside lane looks like it's got some momentum. They're 3 wide back in the pack here, beating and banging. You could definitely lose it on the first lap. Everybody knows that this is the second to last race. They really got to make some moves. Every point is valuable here, trying to make it all the way to the final race.
Yeah, LaCanada 5 or 6 cars back there from the high side, hangs a blinker left, turns down as we're on board here with Carroll Tractor Trailer Repair Wall Cam. Dollarhide chose the bottom, got smoked off the top. I think that will be a theme we see tonight as we've seen it happen on the last few races in the big track here.
One driver that's really shown that he can do a very good job is Patrick Brady. He's done a really good job over the last year as well. Oh, yeah.
Yo.
Oh, yeah. See, that's when you're in a dark place and you're up against the wall like that, especially around Alex LaCanada. You don't know where he's...
Yeah, that's for sure. The track is slick tonight. There's a big curb on the inside as we go on board with Ashton Johnson, the KPG in-car. He is beating a back bumper off of the 24 car. I think that's, I forget who's driving that thing.
I would be surprised if you remembered who was driving that.
Yeah, Tyler Deering's in that car, yeah.
He got it.
Yeah, Ashton Johnson, he was beating a bang with Tyler Deering, gave up a little bit of momentum, and now he's watching him 3 wide. Wow, look at the aero advantage. He's got big run coming up Those guys were 3 wide, beating and banging, packing some air in that left rear. Oh, he gets it from behind. Lacanada makes it 4 wide. Big wreck. Oh, boy.
I don't know.
Lots of
What is
action
that
here.
thing on the? What's that thing on the back of his helmet? Is that like a spoiler? Is that what that is? Is that a downforce?
Yes, it is
I guess
it's to condition the airflow around the helmet and really reduce drag in these low horsepower kart series.
Sure, let's see what happened to Aston Johnson. While all that aero was going on, he got hooked on the bumper of Jeremy Murphy and got in the slimy stuff and went around. Let's go in the Professor Clutchworks restart zone. Dollarhide would lead him back to the green. And, Jeremy Murphy there, he was kind of in a bad spot. And as a points leader, you cannot put yourself in those spots if you're going to win the championship.
You've got to make better moves. You've got to be conscious of where your competitors are behind you. The points leaders really aren't up front today. Dollarhide and Bobby Showtime were taking him to the green tonight. So Jeremy Murphy's just got to keep his nose clean, stay in that clean air, and hopefully as the track works in here, make his way up through the field.
William Byron down to the
get
inside.
Up to third. A lot of Jeff Gordon fans here tonight. Patrick Bridie and Tyler Deering in the 24s. And this is really where the fun is. Being up front's fun if you're in second trying to run the leader down, but when you're in a packed up like that, nothing better. Is Andrew Hale having a good run here tonight? He's all over Showalter.
Yeah, the top two have snuck away here as we see Ben Murphy on the inside of Lacanada putting Heschel 3 wide. A lot of tires there side by side using up each other's side panels.
Yeah, Beef Tips machine, number 21, Ben Murphy driving that thing. That's a car that's been on and off. Like, they've been really, really hot at times as we're watching the lead. Dollarhide trying to go to the inside of Bobby Showtime for the lead. Can't quite get it done here. The bottom is still a little bit slimy. You see right now the quick way is through the middle. But that Beef Tips machine, it was really, really hot at one point. Got a couple of wins under their belt, and other nights like this, when it gets slicked off real wide and technical, that car just is not fast. Dollarhide, on the other hand, has got all the momentum. It looks like his setup's finally coming in, gets a good run off of 2 underneath Bobby Showtime for the lead. They're trading paint off of 4. It's side by side. Showtime leads it that lap, but I doubt he's going to lead the next one.
Yeah, Bobby Showtime with a great run off of 2, puts about a cart length over him and Dollarhide. Dollarhide got his nose low, looking for that clean air, trying to get a run, but there just doesn't seem to be enough bite in that right front to turn down underneath Showtime and make that pass.
That was all battling with Campolonia, by the way. Showtime's in the white car.
But
it's, hey, you know what? Well, yeah, it's all right. I could have stopped you earlier, but I just let it go, I guess. Like an idiot.
He wants to
Here we
cook
go
us.
at the back of the field. Yeah, it's all right. It's fine. It doesn't matter. This is all TV stuff. The vampire. Yeah, it's crazy because you start to see, okay, 2 guys checked out as a caution is out. What I was going to say is you got guys all bunched up in different areas of the racetrack. 5 to go caution. Nitro Manufacturing part of that. It's going to put us in the Professor Clutchworks restart zone. And we'll watch it from Coleman Dollarhide's in-car camera, or Carson Dollarhide's in-car camera. Let's see how this goes.
Dollarhide started
outside
on the... Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, the outside was working before, and looks like it's working again. Everybody's taking notes of that for the rest of the night. But right now the battle is for the lead. We're side by side. Bobby Showtime trying to keep it running up top. That thing had a lot of momentum, but right now, just not quite enough grip. He loses the lead.
Andrew Hailstorm fires that thing into the lead. This is a race of his life here, JZ.
Yeah, Hale knows one of the best drivers in D&Q's beating on that back bumper. If he can hold a pretty wheel and keep those RPMs up, running a little bit higher line, Bobby Showtime won't be able to do anything with him as that group is very narrow tonight.
Coming off of turn 4, Hale's going to see the white flag. Can he hold off Showalter as they head down into 1?
He's got that neck brace tight. He sends it off into 1 and 2. Still got a little bit of room. Not much as Bobby Showtime trades some paint, gives him the right sides. Who's going to make it to the line? It's Hale.
Hale takes the win in a photo finish. And off the transponders, it was Showalter. But when we clearly look at the camera, it's Andrew Hale by a nose. He's going to take home his first victory. We didn't know it till we saw the video, so we're going to go down and talk to him. He didn't know he was the winner at the time of the interview, so let's go down and talk to him now.
Showalter climbs out of the 5 machine in a very close race here for your Busch Series main event. 3 thousandths of a second to separation. Hale tried to jump up at the end of it. Couldn't quite seal the deal, but now you're standing here in victory lane on a cool night here at Millbridge Speedway. Robert, how are you feeling right now?
I'm tired already. Yeah, I didn't. I thought I was pretty good, and then he came on there the last 5 to go, and he got past me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm using him up a little bit to get by him there on the last lap. But yeah, that was a close race. I'm not in the points for the Cup, so I decided to run Busch and dash for wins, and so that's where we're at. That's what we're doing.
Well, you come away with a win here this Wednesday night. I keep wanting to say the weekend because I'm used to being here on Saturday, but I come here on a Wednesday night and pick up a little bit of extra cash, pick up a win here tonight at Millbridge Speedway. Who all you got to thank for giving you such a fast piece here tonight?
So I mean, we run the Recon with the Phantom chassis. It's always been a good chassis for me, and Harbor Freight for the power plant, and Hoosier Tires, and then all the teams that we do business with. They unknowingly probably helped me with my sponsorship and my go-kart. So just a good night for us, and hopefully Zach can come away with the dash win and take back over the points.
Man, heck of a job here tonight, Mr. Showalter. Congrats on that main event win. Let's go over and talk to the second to separation between you and a victory here tonight. A little bit disappointing. How are you feeling right now?
Yeah, it's disappointing. I should have protected the bottom and just is what it is. But we need to get a tape measure and measure to the transponder here. I'm pretty sure I had him.
Oh, man, it was a close one. It was hard to tell at the line. I had to go to the screen whenever I seen y'all cross. It was a hair, if anything.
Right there. Cameras don't lie, right?
Well, we'll see out this week, I guess. I don't know. But, man, a super fast 44. You and Showalter were able to make it work there on the top side. Those restarts really helped you a lot. Just got you tucked back up underneath him. Who all you got to thank for giving you a fast 44 tonight?
Jason over here that helps me. James. Rick Touchette basically funds this thing. We just come out and have fun. I knew he was better on the long run. My only shot was to get him at the 5 to go, and that's what we did, but just wasn't enough.
Well, second place tonight, not too shabby of a night here to cap off the season here at Millbridge Speedway. Now we'll go talk to our third place finisher. You got to watch that one at least. That was a good race right there. Third place into the night here tonight. How are you feeling?
I feel good. I wish I wasn't in third place, but yeah, we'll take it. It is what it is.
Man, y'all have had a heck of a year here at Millbridge. Who all you got to thank for giving you a fast number 74?
Boomer at Charger Racing Chassis. My dad, Bobby Showalter, the winner. He helps a lot. And just anybody that has their hands in.
Well, man, congrats on the third place here tonight. Now we're going to move on to your Cup Series coming up next.
The Net Positive Cup Series pole award, the SRI pole award, goes to Kyle Beatty. Start in the front row with Alfredo Hidalgo.
Net Positive Row 2, Mike Connorino and J.R. Norris.
Row 3, Joe McDonald and Casey Pasterzak.
Titan order and Chris Bailey in the next row.
Tom Finney and Father Time Curtis Markham.
Let's look at the Cup Series 410. Clones for at least 3 more races, and the Hoosier Treads. You can send your tires out for lab testing. We've done it a lot. Happens all the time. Go on the Ghost Engine next year, and from what I've understood from all the people that have asked me about the Ghost Engine, we should have a pretty good field next year for this Net Positive Cup Series. Amanda, they deserve it. They do a great job sponsoring this series, and they deserve a full field. As we go green, we had the invert Connorino actually start on.
Yeah, Connorino not able to hold it around the bottom there, slides up. That bunches the field up behind him. They're 3 wide on lap number 1. Top 2 getting away as they go 4 wide now.
Yeah, and Chris Bailey in the 4 is stuck back in traffic as his nearest competitor in the points shoots out to a 3 or 4 kart length lead. Bailey in that SKE, or not Bailey, Beatty in that SKE looking very quick early on as Connorino starts to sink like a rock.
Connorino is sideways. Looks like some people at a bar that I used to know. Absolutely sideways. Can't hang on to it. And it looks like J.R. Norris must really like a free racetrack because his setup is working here. He's up to second place in that orange car. Bailey now going to the inside of Ty Norder with Casey Pierre-Zach underneath him. And
the flying pierogi in the 54 almost wipes out our point leader, but everyone holds it together as Connorino having a good time at the Blue Parrot RIP, trying to hang on to that go-kart.
Yeah, clearly there's something amiss with that number 18.
Yeah, it looks
machine.
like tire pressure in all 4 tires and maybe the wedge too. As yeah, I don't know. We got Brian Deegan running 4th spot right there, looking like he's ready to whiskey throttle that sucker off. Yeah,
we might do a backflip here if we're not careful.
Hidalgo is
a
not running well tonight on this cooler night and this slick track. As Beatty's going to lap the field here before we get to halfway. He is absolutely hooked up. He's got that right side weight dialed, and he's got that left front spindle set at the right height. He's got that left front camber set perfectly. That thing is sailing.
Yeah, these big slick racetracks like that, you know, he's got a lot of experience on tracks like this. Whoa. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
There, he was doing
got
it.
off in the
He's going for the whoop.
in the sand dunes right there. What the hell was I talking about? Oh, Kyle Beatty. Yeah. Kyle Beatty's got a lot of experience on big slick tracks like this, you know, not just in a go-kart, but in multiple other forms of racing, and it definitely suits his style. He's a wild man. He likes to get out there and put that thing on the mat and slide it around, and tonight's the night that just kind of falls right into his hands, and we see the cross sticks. We're halfway home.
Yep, Beatty is absolutely flying. Hidalgo is struggling tonight. His chances at maybe overcoming a 300-plus point deficit are about gone now. There's no shot for a championship, but he's trying to recover, finish the best he can as we're looking at the number 2 kart here. I forgot who's driving that machine tonight, but Beatty again coming up on lap traffic soon.
Yeah, here we go. The lap traffic is always good to watch in D&Q, and you know, kind of open field, and Beatty trying to make his points up here, man. If he has a good night, Chris Bailey has a bad night, which he's working his way up to second like we knew he would always rise to the top, but it's still not over. We have this 5 to go restart as Beatty's going to take, or Bailey's going to take away the second spot from J.R. Norris. If we have a bad restart here, or if he gets spun, it's going to open the door for Kyle Beatty pretty big. I mean, we don't drop these last 2 races.
Norris. Norris goes around.
J.R. Norris around. Man,
yeah, I mean, did that happen before the 5 to go caution came out?
It happened right at the 5 to go.
Oh, man.
Which really stinks for him. And as he wrecked, I absolutely just wrecked my desk.
Professor Clutchworks restart here at our 5 to go caution.
There was shit flying everywhere over here. I've got shit everywhere.
I love Chris Bailey's go-kart with that offset arrow, that driver fairing, trying to make best use of the right side there, generate some low-pressure vortices, perhaps, trying to make that kart faster.
I know those words. Yeah. Yeah.
Reducing the drag like Joe Biden's cabinet.
Yeah, Kyle Beatty need to win tonight. He's doing what he's got to do to get it done. Bad news for him, though. The guy that he really needed to make up points against is right behind him in that number 2 spot, so he's not going to make up that many points, nearly as much as what he needed. But, you know, if you're in his shoes, you know, it's a Game 7 moment. You know, he came up clutch. You know, he's taking this Game 7 home. But who knows?
JZ, don't look now. Alfredo Hidalgo is in 3rd place.
I was just going to say that. Where'd he come from? He was struggling. He was 4 or 5 seconds back, but he's trying his darndest to get by Bailey as we're winding down the laps here.
He must have went to a sanctuary city. That's the only thing I can think of there. He went to New York or something like that. And
Got that free cell phone, that free debit card, baby. He's rolling in it.
That's right, dude. You never know. You never know. Beatty's going to take the dub. Bailey, a good second-place finish. Alfredo, third.
Well, I would say good race, but you didn't give me much to talk about right there. Dominated performance by Kyle in this 21 cart. Man, how are you feeling?
Pretty good. My mechanic, Mackay, he put the Coon tune on it this morning for me. Got it dialed in, man. This thing was a rocket. It's absolutely on rails all night. Made a little air pressure adjustment for the feature for the track biting up, and that was about it. So I'd like to thank the guys. Adam built a great car. Plus built a great motor. And I got it all the work, so I just got the pleasure of driving it.
Well, good job. You thanked everybody I was going to ask you about, so good job on that, too. Congrats on your win here tonight in the Cup Series, and go celebrate. You gave it a good old college try right there.
Yeah.
Done everything you could with that 21 machine. How are you feeling about your night?
It was pretty good. Way better than where I started. I was pretty worried after qualifying and threw some things at it, and it helped it a lot because I could tell by judging that cart between the recon, when the recon felt like it did, I knew what to do, so I was done it for that one, and it definitely improved it a lot.
Well, man, a heck of a night here tonight. Second place finish. Little issue with the restart box over there. I heard y'all talking about when I was walking up, but besides that, man, a heck of a race right there. Anyway, who all you want to thank for giving you such a fast piece?
Of course, Phantom Racing Chassis, everybody there, Harold and all of them. Good Lord above, my beautiful girlfriend for all her support. She helps me out with this a lot and supports me a lot. Just everybody back at the shop.
Oh, heck of a night. Chris Bailey coming on second tonight. Coming home with a solid third place effort. You gave Bailey a run for his money right there for that second spot. But coming home third, how are you feeling about that 50 machine tonight?
50 machine was real quick tonight. Had a lot of speed, just no luck on the restarts and the start of the race. So we got a lot of speed, and we can definitely win one of these hopefully one day, but just going to have to settle for third right now. Feels good to run up front.
Well, man, heck of a job here tonight. You talking about that speed you have. Who all you got to thank for giving you that speed?
Kevin Smith Motors and Robert Showalter for helping me get this cart ready, and of course Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, for letting us have a safe race and everything. So,
well, heck of a job here tonight. Congrats on your third place finish. The Sauce coming home a solid third place finish here tonight at Millbridge Speedway.
Professor Clutchworks Pole Award will go to Damian Jenks with a 1280. Start on the pole with Ashton Johnson, who got wrecked in the Busch race.
Number 2, Rib Shack and Ricky Fisher.
Professor Clutchworks, row 3, Eric Yost in the 4, and James Edwards in the 1.
Dustin Dunn, who's looking to get the points lead back with Brandon Wilkinson next race.
Dickie Dixon and Joey Henning.
James Loveland in the 44, and Doug Campbell.
Timothy Cryer and Justin Armwood.
Nicholas Erlinger and David Hutchins.
Nice.
God, that one guy looked like he gets $2 long nets and smokes Marlboro Reds indoors.
Never has his windows up. Yep.
Yeah.
Alex Kirk has the Kinder Performance Group in-cart camera for tonight's extravagant event, and he's in fourth. A great qualifying effort. Ashton Johnson has the other one. Rib Shack is back, baby. I'm a firm believer in that guy. He can get it done. It's just, had to get his stuff together. Sometimes it happens in DQ.
Yeah, and again, we're back to the cooler weather. The track's a little different. Maybe it plays more to his notebook there, as he is on the outside of who's in the 22 there? I forgot already.
Ricky Fisher.
Ricky Fisher.
Are we calling this big block weather, Jay-Z? Is that officially big block?
It is officially big block weather as we take the green flag. It reminds me of the mile at Syracuse before, old Hitler governor tore it all down and ruined everything here in upstate New York. But Andrew Cuomo, he sexually abused some women. It's fine as long as he closed the racetrack down.
Is it a Lowe's yet or a Kmart or something?
It is some sort of concert venue, which I don't know if it's hosted any concerts yet, as Damian Jenks is trying to hang on here as we're on the Carroll Tractor and Trailer Repair wall cam. The Professor Clutchworks Pro Cup onboards on our Kinder Performance Group race night. Second to last series here of the DNQ series for 2024.
Get it, Jay-Z. He's getting it. Look at
Yeah,
dude, speaking of
that's
getting, I'm telling you, the big block weather is working for Rib Shack. There's no doubt in my mind, either that or there was like ribs inside the truck. I'm not sure which.
I had that
little
drive.
more normal force gets you some more grip. You know,
Yeah.
it's the same thing downforce does, just with some Rib Shack. Good view
He's
out
doing a
of
good
the
job.
left side frame right there. Nothing in front, nice and smooth. You see that car is hooked up, not turning the steering wheel hardly at all. That's really what you want as a driver, and even more as a crew chief. You know, I went down there walking through the pits earlier and saw a lot of black rustlers. There were some wrenches spinning. You know, this track, as it got slick and widened out, really testing these crew chiefs, their knowledge and their notebook. And some guys got it right and others not. Dustin Dunn right here, he's one that maybe missed it. You know, need a little bit more time on that pull down. See if Panic could dial in that pigtail.
Yeah, and you know, the Damian Jenks, who is the points leader here, doing an amazing job. And he's been fast, and now we started this Pro Cup series. Now the weight's right. Now you're starting to see some of these guys rise to the top once they're starting to figure it out a little bit. As we watch Rib Shack and Ricky Fisher battle it out for the 3rd and 4th position.
Yeah, Ricky Fisher aboard his Recons able to make the lower groove work here where throughout the night. Oh, over under Rib Shack.
Lot of momentum coming down from the top.
Oh my gosh, that was well played. I like that.
I see your Rib
Elevator
Shack.
down button from Rib Shack took that sucker right on back.
Well, that was good. That was a good move.
Yeah.
Dustin Dunn trying to fight back, and Dustin Dunn clearly missed it tonight. Usually he's right up in the front. I mean, he's still towards the front, but not dominant like he is as Ricky Fisher bounces it off the wall.
You know, some of these people might still be. I know we're a couple years into the treads here, but normally on a night like tonight, you just rub some fucking gold stuff or some goat piss in the tires, and you find your own bite. You really got to spend some time on the scales, F with your stagger, F with your right side weight, and adjust the go-kart here when the temps change and the moisture changes. You can't just throw a chemical in the tires anymore. So, you know, people having to bust out that notebook here as we're on board the wall cam for Carroll Tractor and Trailer Repair.
Yeah, and I feel like that's where you really start to miss it. You got to have your notebook right, especially when it gets to the winter. As Ashton Johnson just putting the clinic on here, going through lap traffic, passes David Hutchins and Casey Heschel. And Damian Jenks just hanging out there till that 5 to go caution comes. I feel like he could really strike on him, and that would be big for him in the points.
Yeah, trying to save his stuff here. That's smart if that's actually what he's doing. You know, as we're still 3 wide. They are beating and banging off each other. Rib Shack with the momentum. Still on the top, trying to make that work. He's really he's like that top side here all night long, and it's still working for him. He's holding them off. He's going to try to get a good restart here with 5 to go. You know, it's a choose cone that we do in DNQ, so he's going to take the short line, and he's still got a shot.
Yeah.
Those are teammates racing each other, too. Jimmy Jingles and Alex Kirk are teammates, so racing each other cordially as Ashton Johnson leads.
Hey, Ashton Johnson putting those aero devices on his helmet to good use here in that pretty suit he's wearing. Looking good, running up front. Slowly eking out a bigger gap over Jenks here as I think we're on our 5 to go caution.
There it is, the Nitro 5 to go caution. I want to thank them for their sponsorship this year of the 5 to go. Now we get back in the Professor Clutchworks restart zone, and here we go. You never know what you're going to see here with these 5 to go cautions as we go green. Can Jenks steal one?
Dustin Dunn right on his bumper on the outside of row 2 here. Ashton Johnson taking the bottom. Interesting choices. Jenks gets a huge push from Dunn on the outside. Still side by side as we come off of 4.
Ashton Johnson making it work. There he goes. He gets some clean air, slides on up, takes that line away. He's got 3 more circuits around the Millbridge Speedway, and tonight is going to be his as we're still 3 wide. That's what he loves to see in his rearview mirror. Those guys beating and banging. Dustin Dunn, who we just talked about not being that good tonight, fires off. That must be a good short run car in that 59.
Never know with those 5 to go cautions, Jay-Z. They can restack the field, and with choose cone restarts, you're never truly out of a DNQ race.
No, not at all. As Dustin Dunn passes the point leader, net gain in his favor here. But Ashton Johnson is the talk of the town this evening. just walking away like the prettiest girl at the ball. All eyes on him as he comes by to take the checkered flag.
Ashton Johnson in victory lane here tonight at Millbridge Speedway. Well, you had to deal with a restart right there. That's about the only thing I had to talk about. So, heck of a job here tonight. How are you feeling?
Oh, that's good. I had two people on the fence. One telling me to go low, one telling me to go high.
Sounds about like your crew over there.
So I took the bottom, even though I should have took the top. Top was way better. Had a door up buddy a little bit, but be all right.
Typical D&Q fashion. Had to throw a little door in there. Man, a heck of a night here tonight. You sat on pole or outside pole. You're on the front row somewhere. Who cares? But come away with a win. Who you got to thank for giving you such a fast piece?
Definitely Mackay. He worked on this thing all day today. Put the coon tune on it. So Adam, the rest of the SKE guys, Chase Riley, Carter, wherever he's at right there. All of them.
So it sounds like Mackay is a speed secret over in SKE camp right now.
We had to change it up this week.
Well, it worked so far here tonight. Ashton Johnson, you're a big Pro Cup main event winner. Who else you got to thank besides them over there?
I guess my dad for not coming. Every time he comes, it sucks. So, but he's in Indy, so at least we won one.
Stay at home, Jason Johnson. Done coming up with a second place finish here tonight in your Pro Cup main event. Man, you worked your way up there. They didn't have nothing for them leaders, but that fight to go caution helped you out a lot. How are you feeling about this 59 here tonight?
Yeah, I'm figuring some things out. A little bit went wrong going to the fair and the road course and everything else, and I've been kind of scrambling trying to get my stuff back right. But moral of the story is I got to qualify better. I can't be starting in 7th. Just by the time you get up there, there's 2 to go, and you better hope that the leader doesn't have much. So I just got to qualify better.
Well, heck of a job here tonight. Who you got to thank for giving you a fast 59?
Well, 2:30 in the morning last night, it was just me. So I want to say it was just me, but Taylor comes, she helps me out. She helps me set the cart down on the ground, set tire pressure, stuff like that. But it's just me and her. We do it all.
Well, heck of a job here tonight. Congrats on your second place finish. Dustin Dunn. Am I pronouncing it right? Am I an idiot? So just let me know if I'm stupid. I know I'm stupid, but you can tell me to. Damian Jigs coming home with a solid third place finish. Starting on pole here tonight. Had a fast 66 all day. How you feeling?
I feel pretty good. Qualifying on the pole is always a good sign here. Didn't have much for the 71 in the race, and then I just wasn't ready for the demolition derby in last 5 laps. So other than that, that's the D&Q series, so got to expect it, but just didn't have it tonight. So.
I was going to say, you come to a D&Q series and didn't expect a demolition derby. I think you might have bumped your head on the way in.
No, I know all too well how that goes.
Well, heck of a night, coming home with a third place finish. Damian Jinks.
Thank you.
Here tonight.
That's all right. Pole award for the 1ZT Dash Series goes to the Vampire with a 1269. Nice. It's a 2-horse race for this championship, and it's between those two guys, Stewart and Campolone.
Road number 2, Bobby Showtime and Dan Morak.
Casey Meyer and Joey Gase coming back to race with us here.
Alfredo Hidalgo and Alex Lacanado.
Cale Wolf and Isaac Harris.
Mrs. Welch and Roger Diebold in the 38.
Dean Tautugis and Jeremy Murphy.
Road number 10, Dylan Warden and somebody else.
Ryan Shaw way in the back and Brad McCloskey.
Zach Donahue and David Hutchins. Somebody get that guy set up. Is rounding out the field. 390. Dash Series, 1ZT, stock Predator engines. No stagger JZ, like we talk about all the time in the Dash Series, has become kind of the entry series. Cale Wolf will have a front bumper cam. If you got the shakes at home, here you go. You'll be seeing it very clear. And the Vampire wants to suck your blood and win this race. He's going to have he's going to have a camera as well. KPG in-car camera. Well, like we said before, it's between Campolonia and Stewart as we go green, and we'll see how this race goes tonight and what the deficit is heading into the final race.
Ooh, Bobby Showtime being the good teammate, giving the Vampire a good shot to take the lead. Dan Mrak being left in the dust, losing 2, 3, 4 spots now as a complete lap 1.
You know, I want to point out before we ever get started here is Campolonia and Showalter have like 15 carts out here to try to help Zach, right? Stewart has maybe one or two, and we don't really give a shit about team orders in DNQ as long as you're not wrecking each other as you go on board with Cale Wolf.
As long as you're not scratching
Yeah,
that
Amish
elbow.
running back. Yeah, Amish running back is going to need some speed and some help here. As he's getting a shove. He goes back to the inside of Bobby Showtime. You know, he definitely has the speed. Started on the front row. He's been strong all year long. You know, he's in the points hunt for a reason. So you can't let it slip up tonight. You know, keep your cool. Don't do anything stupid. Remember, it's a long race. Be there at 5 to go, and you got a shot to win it.
Yeah, now, did you see those exhaust pipes glowing, Jay-Z? Look like rotors glowing at the short track. It's amazing how hot these freaking engines get. It's unreal.
Yeah, I mean, they're supposed to be choked down or restricted, but the exhaust is still working, man, getting hot. As Zach Campolonia is out in front. That coffin feeling good tonight. He is on an easy ride.
We'll see if he can nail it shut before this race is over, or
nice.
Jonathan Stewart's going to put the garlic in his back pocket and steal a win here.
Yeah, maybe if he wins the championship, we can get him a sticker pack or something for that. What a graphics deal.
Right?
I mean, we give him the banners, like the championship banners. Maybe he could drape that over it. He's got one from last year and get one for the front and for the back, you know. Man, Jonathan Stewart struggling a little bit tonight as David Hutchins parks his piece of shit down there in the infield, having a rough night.
Driver fatigue.
It's tough for guys. So I don't know David Hutchins all that well, and you know he's out here trying. Just get some help, man, and you'll be fine. Latch on to somebody, make a friend with somebody. Everybody's around to help in DNQ. Yeah, we talk a lot of shit here, and we'll give you a hard time, but that's all you got to do. Everybody's pretty helpful around DNQ. You ask one person, they're going to help you out. It's Campolonia now getting into some lap traffic.
Yeah,
Man, I love these action shots. You can see the raw speed from these cards. You know, it's making my super soft extra hard.
Absolutely. It reminds me of those old shots from Turn It Up on Fox in 2011 where you had 900 horsepower and qualifying trim, everything all tuned out. I can almost hear these carts circulating around the racetrack here with all the power as the running back there still trying to find a way through down on the bottom, but cannot get it
Kyle
done.
Long might have had 900 horsepower, but us running up front was a little bit more than that.
Man, look at these races. Jen Welsh, Roger Diebold. Just a very good field here. You know, at the beginning of the year, between the Dash Series and this series, we didn't know if all the karts were even going to survive a year after all the stuff they wrecked. But these guys have gotten better throughout the year. And, you know, we're going to take a nice off-season break after the All-Star race, and then we're going to ruin that too, and they're going to wreck a bunch of shit at the beginning of next year. So it's usually how it ebbs and flows here in DNQ is Isaac Harris and Jen Welsh battling it out with Diebold.
Jen Welsh doing a yeoman's job there, running the middle, trying to hold off that pack of hungry drivers. We go back to La Canada and the Amish running back, Bobby Showtime in the white cart there, and the gentleman in the 935, forgetting his name.
That is Casey Meyer, and they're way behind Campolonia, who is just, man, I don't even know what he's got going on. I mean, we tear their engines apart and don't see anything. Maybe we're missing something, but he is checked out. And honestly, tonight, I feel like it's just a track, GZ. I mean, we've seen a lot of guys that just straight up miss it. There it is, our 5 to go caution, so we'll see if this plays out differently for anybody else.
Yeah, absolutely. Nitro Manufacturing 5 to go here. When the track's slick and it's cool and that moisture's right in the top and it's slimy, as Bill was saying, it takes a totally different setup. You want to have just a little bit of yaw, but still get a good drive off instead of having that right rear in the track and having it push, and the Vampire's got it figured out.
Yeah, it makes you wonder why he's so much faster than his teammate right behind him there, Bobby Showtime in the 5. Yeah, I wonder if they tried like 2 different setups to make sure one of them won and just kept that 92 out of victory lane. One of them's obviously a lot faster than the other, but here he comes, Amish running back, finding a hole, shoots the gap, gets a good block. He puts himself in the second spot. running downhill now, trying to catch that leader.
It's crazy to me how this plays out, isn't it? You just watch the guys that are running for championships, and they just find a way. As Lacanada can't Showalter. Oh my goodness. These guys just find a way to get to the front of the field. Kel Wolf involved in that as well. Showtime. He's running blocker for his buddy. Not really sure if he knows what happened there, but let's take a look at it again in the instant replay. Not too happy there, is it? He has a right to not be. Racing hard in third. Yeah, Lacanada just, boop. Give him a little kiss.
Got in there a little hot.
Little kiss.
One of them racing deals.
Wow, Arca break.
That is like, that's, I had a political joke, but it slipped my mind already. Never mind.
Kel was braced, ready for impact. Let's take a look at his onboard camera. Oh, okay.
Bonk.
There it is. Not too bad of a hit. He was braced for worse. Watch his body panel split when he hits Showalter. Kuchiga! Bad deal.
Yep.
He'll be able to fix that. That'll put us in the Professor Clutchworks restart zone, and hey, we've seen a lot of crazier shit happen. We'll see if Campolonia actually wins this race, as Joey Gase, the past champion, is up there with him as well.
Joey Gase always a threat here in this series. He's had this speed. It doesn't run as much as he used to. Still got some talent, though. He's underneath the Amish running back. Amish running back one more time around, trying to make it stick, but he's fighting off people he doesn't need to be racing right now. Campolonia, all clear, no pressure from behind. He's going to take it home.
Damn.
That puts him in a really good spot.
Stewart found a way to finish second, though. That was pretty good on his part.
Long, already got the cold beer, the cold Busch Light to sand. The fans are going wild here at Millbridge Speedway. And now you're your Dash Series winner. How are you feeling right now, man?
Felt really good. Running the Busch race, I think, it helped. The outside lane was a lane to be on the restarts and even on the race. Thank Bobby Showtime, CTM Custom Cabinets, Race City Garage Door, Patriot Chemical, my family, my buddy Colby, Jacob, Sauce, everyone helps out. Racing a lot on my mind. I got a lot of family and friends down in Florida, so it's hitting my hurt in my hometown. So just hope everyone's down there going to be okay, and I'm going to be praying a lot tonight.
Well, and I understand completely it's a dangerous situation down there in Florida. But take me through those last two laps. That caution come out at the very end of it. Your teammate, Showalter, was the caution, so he had to go to the back. You had Gase right there with you. You had Stewart right there with you, tucked up underneath you. Did you know exactly what you were going to do before you took the green, or you were just hoping and praying you could get to the bottom?
I knew Stewart lined up behind me. I didn't know if Joey was going to try to run me up, try and get a run on him down the hill. But they both drove me clean. Appreciate that. 3-lap shootout. I knew as long as I got in front of Joey, I'd be smooth sailing.
Well, heck of a job here tonight. Congrats. Zach Capolongo.
Yeah, go Zach!
Your Dash main event. Jonathan Stewart, I think you edged out Gase right there at the line for second. A solid second place finish. You had to fight the top side a couple times, but able to come home with a strong second place finish. How are you feeling?
Yeah, it was fun. The top side was the only side for me, so kind of struggled for a while and got going up there and just wish it was 71 laps or something. That'd be cool.
Well, man, you're setting up for that big 71 lap. We're coming here later in the year. A solid second place finish. Who do you want to thank for giving you such a fast piece tonight?
Oh, everyone at HFR, my wife, for putting up with me. Just everyone here. It's a great deal. We got to go keep it up.
Well, congrats on that strong second place. Jonathan Stewart, second place tonight on your Dash Series. Ace, a strong third place finish here tonight. You had a shot at the lead right there, but just couldn't make it work on the bottom side. How are you feeling about the 35 here tonight?
Yeah, we were good on the longer run. I just need to start buying engines from Harbor Freight like Bobby and those guys go a little bit faster. I think we need a little more oomph. But it was fun. Come out here to help Ronnie and decided to throw my cart in the trailer last minute and had some fun. So top 3 and we'll take it. Cars in one piece. So as a car owner, that's always a good thing.
Anytime you come to a D&Q series, that's always a good thing. A solid second place finish here tonight for Joey Gase in your Dash Series.
KPG USAC Series, Stephen Tautuges on the SRI pole, 1198. He'll race against Kyle Beatty on the outside pole.
Number 2, Cody Souls and Dickie Cornier.
Row 3, Wesley Boost and Matt Holzbauer making a return.
Anthony Kidwell and Justin Deal in the next row.
David Borski and Brandon Albertson.
Corey Stevens will round out the field. Here we go. Excited to have Holzbauer back, a past champion. And heck, he was racing Cup with us years ago. He said, man, I got the itch to come on back. So here he is. Cody Salas has the Katana in-car camera. Sometimes you just got to come back and, get back in the seat and see if you still got it. And by his qualified effort, he's still got it a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
He does.
Those guys never lose it. He's been a part of the DNQ series. Even outside his seat as we go green, love to have him actually on track too. Been a great friend and a great partner for DNQ for many years.
I just want to note that there is a box stock chassis in this field tonight that is allowed. So if you got an old box stock laying around, you want to put a seat in and come race, you can do that. Jimmy Live Reynolds, Jimmy Smith put two of them together to come out here and race. So I'm on board with Cody Sauls, who comes so close to winning these races, man, and just hasn't done it yet, but I feel like it's coming.
Yeah, he's trying
to... You got to be there first before you can have a chance at winning it, and he's definitely been there. Got the speed. Moback right now in the house cart. We've seen him up front a lot this year, and track's a little bit different than he has been all the tracks, the surfaces that he's won on this year. So you wonder if Jeremy's going to have to put a little different setup in that machine here, try to learn his own racetrack again as we watch a battle a little bit farther back in the field right now.
Yeah, the old box stock chassis right there. You see them? They're out there running it, and I love to see that. That's what we're trying to do here in DNQ is allow people to run different stuff.
Yeah, it's a little easier sell when those chassis are running up front, though.
No shit. Jimmy's got to work on his stuff a little bit there, but hey, you never know. Somebody can hack one of those things up and maybe be up front. If you do, I'm sure somebody's going to bitch to me about it right off the bat.
Oh, yeah. Facebook comments through the roof.
His tail cone
we'll
is
make a rule
too
next
big.
year.
Yeah, you can run one of those. Hell, even the micros. They're the same thing. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Not the micro. The what do you mean? The mini Outlaws. They're the same thing. So if you want to come run those, bring it out and come race it. You put the engine on it. Holzbauer, man, he just went a lap down, I believe. He's having a tough night. Must have had something go wrong with that car.
It's just good to have him out here. It reminds me of like a low-rent version of Dale Jr. showing up to Florence in the Bud car. You know what I mean? It just makes everyone feel all warm and fuzzy.
Net negative laps for Matt Holzbauer right now. He's going to have to work on that for sure. As go back to the lead, Tautujas, he's an early season, late season run gooder. Doesn't change his setup all year long. When it's cold in the beginning of the year, cold in the end of the year, man, his shit works good. And if he just figured out when it gets hot and dusty, that could be a championship contender, no doubt in my mind. He's got the speed on the nights that suit his setup, but golly, every now and then you're gonna have to change a crosswasher in that thing.
Yeah, no kidding, right? And it's one of those things, man, you see the potential there, and you're like, dude, I know that you can do this. And look, next year, we're changing the series quite a bit. I mean, we're not just going to run this racetrack next year all season long. We have the short track. We have the Darlington layout that we're going to test in the off-season, and the road course. And I feel like Stephen Tauges has a legit chance to win this championship next year.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got the speed as we see, and he's easily the second best tire changer in DNQ. So he can do it. He's just got to put more consistent runs together. But then again, he works for Joey Logano, who can win 3 races a year and get a championship. So he doesn't have a good example.
Tell us how you really feel.
Tal just trying to run down Beatty, and not many have been able to touch him yet this year. So besides Moback, it's been Moback and Beatty most of the year, but Talges, man, just doing a great job here tonight, and hopefully he gets one.
Yeah, the racetrack's tough tonight. You can try to turn underneath somebody, but that right front just scrubs a little bit and kills momentum as he gets he can pull up to the left front tire of Beatty, but just cannot get the drive off that Beatty's enjoying running that higher line, although the yellow flag comes out for our Nitro 5 to go.
It was awfully close there, so we'll
got him there.
We'll see. We'll see here. We'll see how this goes as we're in the Professor Clutchworks restart zone. Can he get it done? And that's the question we're trying to answer here. We'll get an answer here in about 2 seconds as we go green. 5 laps to go. Beatty gets to launch off the top side, and Tournier gets in the wall.
Oh!
Major chase implications.
Yeah, Dickie Moback scrubs off some speed, creates a big scare for the guys behind him. And Cody Sauls, any run that he had is completely killed. But we go back to the battle for the lead. Beatty's got the run on the top, but here comes Taltuges. Taltuges they make contact. He gets down to the bottom, holds that bottom line. This is the closest he's ever been to the lead here in this race. He's the leader at the line. How many more laps to go, Bob?
2 to go as they head down the back stretch, and here comes Moback. It's almost a 3-cart lead. Talges holds up, doesn't let Beatty fly underneath him. White flag is out. Beatty does a crossover. Can he clear him?
Oh, that feeds him a right side Nerf bar.
Beatty bitch slaps Talges in the way to the win here in the KPG feature. What a fucking nice race. That was good.
Okay, now I got the mic on. Now we can do this interview. Sorry. It's the second time here in Victory Lane tonight for that 21 machine. Well, it's a 2 now, but whatever. Same thing. Second time here tonight, man. A heck of a race put on by you, Steven, and Moback right there. How you feeling?
I feel really good. I forgot after the Cup race that Pless got 71 cents and change at the gas station, said it was going to be our lucky day. So I guess he was right. I got 2. Ashton got 1. Again, I'd like to thank all the guys at the shop. Gary's been working hard building wings and putting these things together for us. Mackay put the Coon tune on it once again, got her dialed right in. Austin Pless builds a hell of a motor, and Adam on the chassis. So it's a total team effort, and like I said in the first one, I just get the pleasure to drive them. So it's been really good.
Man, heck of a night here tonight. You got the big 71 lapper coming up here in a few, or I don't know when it's coming up, but later, few weeks, few months, a year, I don't know. But you got that big 71 lapper coming up here in a few weeks. Does this set you up for a good run at that end of the year race?
Yeah, normally when the track is like this, typically it's not our kind of track, but we've been doing a lot of practicing and track rentals and stuff with the wing carts, trying to get those dialed in. And I know it's not exactly the same, but a lot of the stuff we've learned on the wing carts has helped make these cars faster. So we practiced again last night, and we got the track again Friday night. So we've just been logging them as many laps as we can, trying to get the product as good as possible for the wing carts. That's our main focus, and this stuff is a lot of fun for me and for the guys. Gives us something to do, and take our mind off work.
Well, heck of a job here tonight. Congrats, Kyle Beatty, picking up his second feature win of the night here tonight for the D&Q Series. For the past 2 times I've been here at Millbridge Speedway. Talges. I won't remember it the next time. So, a strong second place running here tonight in your USAC division, coming home right behind Mr. Beatty over there. How are you feeling about this number 12 tonight?
It is what it is. I fucked it up. I was faster, but I really got a nice run off of 2. But I showed my cards too early. I should have waited 1 more, but it was a good race. It was fun. I should have gotten them earlier, but it is what it is. I'd like to thank G-Stats, Mike, Magic Mike, my dad, Matt, NetPool's positive. So eventually we'll stop getting these second place finishes because driver needs to figure it out. So.
Well, you keep on getting laps around here. You'll eventually figure it out, I hope.
Seems like I got plenty.
Steven Todges. Yep. There we go. Maybe, I don't know. He may be lying to me. I don't know. Coming home with a solid, we'll say, a third place finish for the click cart here tonight. Well, Moback, yeah. I mean, you should do better. You have Millbridge on the go-kart, but third place is all you can get out of the driver. So it's all a third place finish here tonight, Moback. How you feeling?
Oh, not too bad. Yeah, she just needed – I felt like we fired off pretty good, and then we got going there in the middle part, and I kind of just rode a little because I figured I'd rather be third on the restart than second and be on the front row. So I thought we were going to have something for them there, and they got to going, and then everything there on the back stretch with Towges, and thought I could push Beatty through there and maybe at least get to his outside, Towges outside, but didn't quite work out like that. So still a good points night at least. Should be good to set up for the rest of the season.
There's still a season left to go in these things?
Well, I think there's a race. So.
Okay, well, solid points night for Mobac and the Modig Motorsports machine, and we will see you next time here at the D&Q Series.
Thanks, Grant. Man, what a night. That last race was so good. And you know what? It's good to see these guys respectfully smack the shit out of each other. And that's exactly what we just saw was Beatty did the bitch slap, and I don't think Towges is going to forget that going into that championship night.
No, absolutely not. Definitely a happy ending here at Millbridge tonight. I couldn't be more excited. I got my cooler packed already for next week. Like I'm pumped. Championship night, everybody get out here. It's going to be one you're not going to want to miss. Drink some beer, talk some shit, watch some racing, bring your wife and your girlfriend, doesn't matter, have a good time.
Yeah, great racing all around, shaping up for a great championship night with some of these races, some of these series, I should say. Class is decided by, 20, 25 points. Someone showing up and trying to feed them a left rear could really ruin someone's whole weekend. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you have your calendars marked for next month. It is going to be a hell of a show you do not want to miss.
And then we got the All-Star race coming up as well. We want to thank you guys for checking out these videos on YouTube. And we'll see you at the Hoosier Fall Final. Excited for that. For Jay-Z and Bill, I am Bob Duato, and we will see you in the next race.